and they played enemy music. They played enemy music. And 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 they played enemy music.
That one. I don't know, I think it was around the age of 8 or 9, I got interested in playing the drums, so I started playing drums in the church for the choir. Transition lies into graffiti. Next thing I know, I started b-boying, which led me to my ultimate goal of being a DJ. We were b-boying outside, breakdancing outside. These guys were just playing just certain sections of the records that soulful part that connected you to your roots, you know, that African rhythms and tribal beats. As soon as I heard them heavy break beats and the obscure records that you couldn't hear on the radio, that was like my first introduction to hip hop, screaming out at me saying, yo, this is something that you're gonna have to definitely be a part of because it's not the average norm. When I used to play drums for the church, Brother Lurch used to come to all the picnics, and he was the real DJ. I was just somebody just trying to get a starter, foothold in the game when he took me under his wing. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, we call each other cousins because we're as close as cousins because he was the one who helped my career. I was the first DJ to have a hip hop show on a major radio station in New York City. However, when things got out of hand and I couldn't do it anymore because I got too busy, I had to pass the torch to my man, cool DJ Red Alert, who still does that show till this very day. When I used to practice on the drums, I used to practice a lot of jazz rhythms. So when I thought about what a name that had to represent me, I said, all right, I took the first letter from my name, which is J. I liked the jazz drums, so I kind of put it together, J, Jazzy Jay. And there lies the history of Jazzy Jay. There lies the history of Jazzy Jay. There lies the history of Jazzy Jay. Through years of just practicing, buying equipment, and doing that, I just like started perfecting the skills, teamed up with like the Jazzy 5. When it was first, it was just Sundance and Kid Cassidy and Jazzy Jay, so we had the three-man team. Let's take you back to 1979. Wasn't even the Jazzy 5 yet. We only had the Jazzy 3 MCs, Jazzy Jay and Red Alert, the Jazzy 3 MCs. Now, we go to 1981, formed the group, and now we are the Jazzy 5 MCs. Wow, Jazzy Sensation, Test Pressing, 1981. Yeah, we didn't do a lot of electronic drum machines and all of that stuff back then. This was done with a live band, the Cryptic Crew. They did a hell of a job recreating Gwen McCrae's Funky Sensation, turned that into the song we know as Jazzy Sensation by the Jazzy 5 MCs. I put this group together to do routines back in the days, and we did quite well, kicking a lot of ass, a lot of groups.
I grew up hip hop, you know. My dad is hip hop and is one of the founding fathers that made this culture what it is. Yeah, I think I knew Jazzy Jay before I knew his real name. You know, I knew young just off the strength of everybody else's love for him and being like what he does for our block. What he did in what he did for his block in the Bronx. And
when Maffyuu showed a little interest in the drums, I wanted to take it to the next level. When he started playing, and then I noticed that, you know, he had talent. My boy, Eternity, he's like, yo, man, you're killing the Phony people shit up here in Florida, man. I was like, yeah? He's like, yeah, man, tell Maffyuu, I want some of them tickets when they come in town. I said, yo, dude, you ain't got no problem.
That's what's up.
Well, Maffyuu know me. Maffyuu know him because
he's a fake uncle?
No, he used to be an MC back in the day. They did a couple of days, called themselves Double X Posse.
like he allowed us to be in his man cave, the basement. You know, he allowed us to use his equipment and microphones. He allowed us to beat stuff up. He like yelled at us when we messed things up. He allowed us a space and a lot of knowledge that we have today just about setting up a studio, setting up a rehearsing in general.
The start of me doing production had always been there because of the fact I always wanted to create music. So back in the days, we did a couple of songs with the Jazzy 5 that never came out. One song, Jazzy Breakdown, I think I still got a cassette of it. This was after Beat Street, and after we teamed up with Rick Rubin, and we did a song called It's Yours with T. La Rock. And I said, yo, now's the time to pull the trigger. In 1985, that's when I opened up the first Jazzy Jay recording studio, where we made all of the stuff from Strong City Records. And we got a list of hit songs that we came out of the studio, and a list of hit-making producers that came out of that one building. I had a partner of mine, Superman. We used to build speakers together in his basement. We not only built speakers, we built amp racks. We even built a couple of amplifiers. You buy all the tubes and the parts and put it together. Speakers that we manufactured in this basement started rival and then started superseding all of these systems. We knew we had something special. It was everything hand in hand. Okay, we go get the place, we secure the place, then we go print up the flyers, we get the flyers together, we put the sound system, we go ahead, we do the party, we unpack everything, take it back home. It was a lot of work, but we were becoming entrepreneurs at that very time. A lot of those skill sets are being lost right now because people want the easy way out, or I just want to show up with my laptop. But I say you haven't really become really true hip hop until you carry 8 crates of heavy records, pull speakers up the stage, set up these amplifiers and wire them, and then hear the beautiful sound that come out of it, and knowing that, I had a hand in doing all of this. Until you've done that, you know what I'm saying? Take a page out the book and learn your real true hip hop history.